Hello, and this morning I'm looking at a book from Oxford University Press. My name is Phillip Taylor from Richmond Green Chambers. This book's an important book on intellectual property. It's this book here. It's a long title, Enforcement of Intellectual Property Rights Through Border Measures. Then it's got a subtitle, Law and Practice in the European Union, now in a second edition. And it's been edited by Olivier Vrins and Marius Schneider. We've given it a title on the web of Intellectual Property Lawyer Working in the EU. This book is what you need, including freely accessible website for the latest news on border measures. And that's what you're getting with this detailed work. That's what it looks like at the front. There's the spine at the side. You can see the work itself has nice paragraph numbering at the sides there, and also footnoting, so it makes it quite easy to find things. There's a very detailed index which is right at the back, and then you've got a whole range of chapter headings. That's a good example of one of the last chapters. And at the front what you do have is a very useful foreword on the costs of IP and the problem of copyright infringements generally, and there's a useful preface at the front. As I say, the book has also got a very large number of cases. You can see that they are set out in a slightly different way by country. Now, what I'm going to say about this book in short order, because we only have a very short time with the video, is that counterfeiting and piracy is really a 21st century pandemic, and it's heading that way because, as the preface says, it's a distinctly valuable book to try to uncover what is happening at the moment. In fact, we would have to say it's an indispensable book, especially if you happen to be an IP lawyer, whether independent or in-house. And the two editors are even more robust in their condemnation of the deluge which is now taking place, make that a worldwide cataclysmic tsunami of counterfeited and pirated goods, brands, trademarks and so forth currently flooding the world's markets, because that's what this book is really about. In the preface they are happy to call it a plague, which it unfortunately is, as evidenced along by the multiplicity of figures and statistics quoted throughout. Scourge and gangrene are other descriptions which are accurate enough, as expressed by many of the no less than 70 learned contributors to this work, and they're mentioned in detail in the book. The phenomenon of piracy and counterfeiting are a threat to consumers worldwide, and we hear about it regularly, of course, on the television. And the threat in question is not merely an economic one, it's a serious risk to basic health and safety in many instances. It's a formidable and eminently readable work of reference, analysing the way in which a European regulation, that's Regulation 1383 of 2003, works and is applied in each EU member state. One of the many beauties of this book is section 4 on border measures at the national level, in which you can look up who's doing what about the enormity of the problem within the EU. Other sections include in-depth comment and analysis on counterfeiting and piracy. And particularly intriguing is the chapter on involvement of organised crime, including criminal multinationals, routes to market and modus operandi, as well as a summary of the current situation. It's over 1,000 pages long, and I'm very pleased that the two editors and OUP have come together to offer us something to deal with what is a very serious problem in the second decade of the 21st century. So thank you to all. Bye-bye.